I stopping?
Weird noises for no reason. You're not a fucking toddler.
I am too. You fucking married me. I am a fucking...
This is the theme song. This is the theme song. This is the theme song that John gets because John's a dick. Theme song.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be a good one.
Welcome.
Joy's grumpy. John's happy.
Well, yeah, because you're grumpy, I'm happy.
Yeah.
Welcome to When Wife Gives You Lemons.
Hi.
It should just be When Joy's grumpy at John. I'm just kidding.
It wasn't nice at all.
I'm not a nice person. We've discussed this on the show. I'm not a good person. So.
Do you have any notes?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I do. I'm going to discuss a couple of them right now.
I'd appreciate that.
So the first one is I was at a certain school today, and I was doing some work, and the teacher happened to come in. She's like, "Oh my gosh, what are you doing?" I said, "I'm hanging this new TV mount. You're getting this big old 75-inch TV. Last summer I hung this brand new screen for her, but now she's getting in place of that screen. I'm going back, and I had to hang this new thing on the wall." Right, and she has this little extra art room. I guess she keeps all her supplies and... Yeah, and her little coffee maker and shit. So she goes in there. She's in there a while. She comes out. She's all, "This is so awesome you're doing it. I got to go to this meeting, so great. See you later." Cool, later. So then I was like, okay, she got sinking there. I got to wash my hands. It had been 20 minutes. And I walked in there. And I don't know if she farted. And it just hung around in there because it was ruthless. I was like, whoa. I wonder if this was like, because I was in there on Friday because I had to wash my hands, and it didn't smell like that. And then the only thing that happened between there and there is her going in there, and
And she has a coffee maker.
I'm pretty sure she was in there. She's like, and then a little burner, and I'm sure it was all, oh my God, I hope it doesn't stink. And she probably chopped it off when she shut the door, and I didn't smell it because I was, either not in the room or something. Anyway, I walked in again like 5 minutes after that, and I was like, wow, that has got some stay power, man. That lady, she eats healthy. She's one of those healthy ones. That was a greens fucking fart. It smelled so bad. So good job, teacher. Your art was up to par.
Her fart.
I messed that one up. Damn it. That would have been great. Her art. Anyway, that was nope number one.
Are we going to talk about Tyler farting too? Is this going to be a fart episode?
Oh my God, that was death. I was dying. I thought you were going to have to call the ambulance for me. So anyway, yeah, we're going to get some farts. Okay? So there's no farts in the next part.
All right, go.
So the next part is I'm at work, and there's no kids there or nothing, right? And there's a couple of the other guys I work with, and they're over down the way working on, putting in a new ramp up the walkway thing, And I mean, it's a busting your ass work. It's hot, and, they're doing their thing. Chucky. Yeah. He's in his 60s. And then there's another dude. He's in his high 50s. Great dudes. I respect the shit out of both these guys. I like them. I have no problems with them. I'm not shit talking anybody. Chuck knows his shit. He's freaking really good. He knows his shit. Anyway, I look over, and one of the dudes, and not Chucky, the other guy. I look over. He's got a shirt off, and he's working in his shirt off, and I was like, it's weird, right? It's like, I go, oh my God. So I walk over and I go, dude, I didn't know it was topless day. And he goes, fuck yeah, man, getting some color. And I started cracking up. And, because like this guy's, he's 58-ish, and I'm cracking up because I'm like, man, it's like 1980s. That's the 1987 freaking, work belt and freaking no shirt working on the roof on the construction site shit. And I started cracking up. So I saw him later, where he told me, he goes, I'll come back. I'll go topless with you later. And then I take off, and I was like, fuck, I ain't doing that. That's crazy.
I'm not Bert Kreischer.
So I come back. I see him back at the shop. He's like, dude, I thought you were coming back. I go, dude, I saw what you were. I couldn't compare, man. You were rocking them guns. I couldn't do anything. He goes, look, though, I got some color. And I went, God damn it, dude. This is not. This is 2023. Nobody does that anymore, man. So anyway, I just thought that was super funny, and it just because it seemed weird because we were at the school. It's like I haven't seen that since like 1996.
Right, right.
Holy shit, what's happening over there, right?
Right.
So I thought that was super funny, and then I had another nope.
Ooh.
So when I went to lunch today, I stopped off at the supermarket and grabbed some chicken tenders, something quick and easy, and I grabbed it. And I'm at the counter, and it's the same ladies that are usually there. It's she's a bigger girl. She always seems a little grumpy. She's very nice. I mean, when she's nice, but she's a little grumpy and shit, right? And her name is Mary, right? So I'm like, so I stand there and I go, "Hey, Mary, how are you?" I hadn't seen her in a while. She's been gone, and she's slimmed down. She's looking like she's slimmed down a lot,
Fucking Ozempic.
right? I mean, she's definitely smaller than she was. And I go, "How are you, Mary? I haven't seen you in a while." And she's like, "I'm good, sir." Like, it's always weird. She's like very, like, do you have a personality hidden in there somewhere?
Right.
Like, I'm always trying to break that personality, right?
Right.
So I go, "No, I haven't seen you in a while." I go, "You look really good." I go, everything about you looks like thinner, and you look up, and I go, "You look really good." I go, "Right on, whatever you're doing, you look good." She goes, "Thanks," and she starts walking away, and she goes, "I'm gay." And I go, "I'm sorry, I wasn't hitting on you." And then she came back and she goes, "I was just joking." Her face never fucking changed. And I go, "That's cool. I've got a great sense of humor, Mary." I go, "Right on. Have a great day." I go, "What the fuck was that?" I was being all cool, like being like, "Hey, man, right on. Look at you. You're looking great." You want to be complimented, right? I mean,
No, I don't want anybody to say I'm
bullshit.
on week. Shut up. I'm gonna touch your dick with my
Hey, so
toes.
anyway, I was like, "What the fuck, lady?"
I'm gonna tell you that next time. I'm gay.
And I was like, "Don't worry, it's okay."
It's okay to be gay. Me too.
Right? God. So then I have real nopes that I actually wrote down.
Whoa!
Right? Look at me.
Looking at you.
Maybe not, but there's a possibility. Oh, fucking right. I remember this one. I couldn't wait to give this one out. So, there is...
A place in France where
Well, no, I think it's in Sweden.
the big naked people.
But it's the Sex World Championships.
I bet it smells so bad.
16 different games with like 16 different couples or some shit, and it's like some year and I guess a bunch of chaos broke out. Like, I don't know if everybody was fucking everybody, some shit got all crazy, but a bunch of the porn stars were like, "I'm out of here," because they got all heard about something.
But hurt.
So I actually I went and researched the games and what the 16 categories were.
Okay.
Would you like to hear some?
Yes, please.
Okay. So with that being said, let me look here. Ooh, there's eagle pictures. Okay. Hold on. Okay, so the rules of sex as a sport. This is considered a sport. Sex sport. I'd win the fast competition. Boom.
You did.
Says
Done.
so one event is seduction of a competitor or athlete. How fast competitor or athlete, whatever you would choose to be called.
Sexlete.
How fast can your sexlete make another sexlete feel attracted to them? That's 5 points. Massaging different parts of the bodies.
Fucking always.
That's
Fucking always, dude.
which is not everything that's not connected to sexual organs. Yeah, you'd win that one. Just for the record.
Massage is
Hang
not.
on. Ooh, okay. Then there's foreplay. How quickly and effectively can a sexlete, is that what we call them?
No.
A sexlete make another competitor sexually satisfied with foreplay and make them want to continue in the competition. What, can't you just lie and be like, oh, yeah, I totally want to do it still.
Or can you lie and be like, they didn't do it to me?
Oh, my God, I came everywhere. How do you know, bitch?
But how do you know if they're like not?
They're like,
then
we
they
got
don't
you on
win.
a detector, and we saw the thing go, and it means you did not jizz. Penetration, how fast can a sexlete make another sexlete satisfied with their penetration? What do you think?
Are we entering?
Ooh, appearance of organs. I'm going to win that one. I got a pretty Peter. It ain't large, but it's goddamn pretty.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Artistic performance and pose and stance. Ooh, so I could stand there with my Peter pose all out, and I'll be all. And it's just all. We'll get a little fan, and I'll win that one too. Ooh.
Oh.
Creativity in changing poses and stances. This is also one of the sport disciplines in which each competitor sexlete is judged individually as they compete together.
What do these sexletes look like?
Porn stars. Endurance and number of orgasms during this. You have 6 minutes to create as many orgasms as possible. Go. The clock starts now. One. Jesus, dude, that guy's fast. I'm just saying. So, yeah, there's your sexlete. Confirmed participants in the European Sex Championships. Would you like to know who?
I guess.
Anne Joy, cousin of yours. From Finland.
Yes.
Silva La Pedrera. I don't know, she's from Spain. Sexy Lexi, she's from Portugal. Nick Sinner, she's from Greece, or he. Matthew Meyer, he's from the Ukraine. Ooh, there's Ukraine and Russian. They should make them fuck.
Oh, they should.
And fight at the same time.
Fuck fighting.
Fuck fighting.
Fight fucking.
Fight fuckers. So, anyway, I thought that was pretty interesting. I was hoping you would enjoy something like that.
I don't know. I enjoyed it a lot.
It's a great story.
It is a great story,
So-
but that was a
so-
very weird. I don't know.
Yeah, I know. Okay, well, I just found this one. Local man arrested. He got. I forgot all about
If
this
it's a
one.
fart one, I'm leaving.
It is. It's so funny.
Oh my god.
It was in the Kokomo Press in Kokomo, Indiana. A local man was arrested after he got caught farting in a customer's taco. Look at his mugshot.
He looks like Bobby. He looks like Bobby.
So this kid farted in somebody's taco, apparently.
That's not a
No,
euphemism.
there, that guy. You probably can't see that, so I'm not going to show you anyway. So there you go. I have completed. I think I completed my notes.
Whoa, that was a lot of nopes. Are you okay?
Well, let me hang on. I think. Yep, I'm done. That's all I got.
You went pretty long.
Thanks.
Good for you.
How many points did I score in the Sex European Championships that time?
All of them.
Fucking right. Eurofags ain't got nothing on me. I didn't mean it like that. I was just being a dick. I'm
That
just
was
kidding.
Awful, John.
I'm just kidding. I didn't mean to use the slang word. My son would disown me if he heard me say
I
it.
can't believe you said that.
I know. Well, you know what? I was talking about the cigarette in Europe. Duh. You know that's what they're called in Europe.
I know, but that just ew.
Oh, I know. It wasn't intentional. It just happened. It didn't mean anything by it. That was the 1980s coming out of me.
So I've been helping open up the Comedy Store kitchen, kind of. It's a whole fucking hot mess. But
No, you went and cooked a couple of pretzels and
11,
left.
11 pretzels. But
Not 12.
on the way home on the night you didn't come with me, one, I didn't have my glasses. I couldn't see a fucking thing. Two, I got stopped at a DUI checkpoint.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
And it was
Did you get scared?
No, I didn't even know what was happening. I didn't have my glasses on. The guy kept going like that, and I was like, no, I want to go that way. And he was like, go that way. And I was like, but I go that way. So I had to go.
And then he's like, I got to talk to her.
And then I'm like, I stop. And I was like, what the fuck is happening? But here's the thing. I got a new car. And my buttons, I'm not used to my buttons yet.
So now you look like a drunk?
No. The dirtiest part of the book is playing. And I cannot pause it for the fucking life of me.
Tell me you guys were both. Tell me the cop was laughing too.
He's just he was very correct. And he just stared at me. And I was like, oh my God. And it's all his
throbbing member sliding.
No, he was sucking on her nipple and she was moaning and I was all, oh my God. And then I was all, and I finally pause it and I go, hi. And he goes, you're stopped at a DUI checkpoint. And I'm all, uh-huh. I'm just looking straight ahead. I'm like fucking.
He's like, is this lady drunk or just.
And then he goes, have you had anything to drink tonight? And I go, no. And he goes, okay, and he goes, can I see your driver's license? So I start pulling it out and he's like, I see it. You're fine. And then I start to go and I'm all, hey. And I'm like, Joy, like in my head.
Don't say anything.
Shut up, Joy. But I don't ever. So I'm all, how'd you know I wasn't lying? And he's like, well, your pupils weren't dilated and blah, 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 blah. And when I asked you, you didn't seem nervous. I was like, no, because fucking nipples were on my fucking thing.
He's like, I know. My dick's hard.
And then I was like, started to say something else. And he goes, have a nice night, ma'am. And I'm all, we're
done having this conversation. I've got drunks to get. Not ladies listening to porn.
It was so embarrassing. I wanted to die. I was so embarrassed.
The first...
And at one point I did pause it and then it unpaused and I was like, oh.
The first dent that I put in my Honda, I was getting gas. I had put the nozzle in and it was just pumping and the radio was going and I was listening to a friend of ours podcast called Punch Drunk Sports. Jason Tebow, Sam Tripoli, Ari, I think, was there at the time. And I had gas pumping, right? So the nozzle's in, the little gas door's open, and I'm on the trunk side. And it's loud, and it's kind of loud, but not loud. And somebody pulls in, and I'm like, okay, it's not bad. And Jason Tebow.
Fucking Tebow.
Starts talking of Jason Tebow. Like when he just goes off, he's like talking, yeah, fucking kid. Like all this fucked up shit, right? I mean, he's saying the worst, most heinous shit you can, like the shit that I'm like turning to minimum in the car, driving at 70 because it's so, and I mean, I'm not offended by it because I know he's just playing.
Yeah.
Because I know him because he's actually a really good dude. But it was like, oh my God. And as he's saying this stuff, I'm like, I've got to get to turn that down as fast as possible. And I hit the hose and it bent the door backwards on my little gas fuel door and it dented it. If you look, there's a dent right behind my little fuel door. And that was fucking Teebs.
Fucking Tebow.
Hey, you son of a bitch. And I would never gotten to tell him that. I got to tell him that when I see him. I was like, you motherfucker.
So.
God, he's fucking.
I talked to my dad on Father's Day. I told you this already.
Happy Father's Day.
But yeah, and I said I was going to give you guys parent stories, and I got a new one. So I was talking to my dad, and Adam's the favorite child. Like, my brother's the favorite child. Whatever. I love him too, so I get it.
Yeah, they love his wife more than you.
Oh, yeah, totally. Weird. So we're talking, but my dad likes to be like, he's very mean when it comes to physical attributes. Like, he will fucking make fun of you so hard where you're like,
hey, you have no arm. Look at you, arm-free guy. Look at you. Would you like to reach into this?
Like, he tells my mom
he
tells my mom she has a big nose, like, all the time. And he's like, it's fucking massive. And I'm like, oh, my God.
You're like, Dad.
Case in point, when I was, like, 15 years old, I was tiny, skinny, and I had these little booty shorts on. And I have a birthmark that goes down the back of both of my legs, and it looks just like little tiny brown spots. No big deal. And my dad's like, what's on the back of your leg? And I'm like, brushing it. And I'm like, what? And I'm like, my birthmark? And he goes, have you had that forever? And I'm all, birthmark?
He's like, huh,
And then he goes,
I never changed your diapers.
now mind you, my dad is the cheapest man in the world.
Really?
Cheapest.
For real.
We've never had insurance when we were kids, whatever. Like, you were not allowed to get sick. So he actually goes, can we take you and get that removed? So I'm like, oh my God, you're willing to fucking pay to have my birthmark removed. So from like 15 to
So you
17,
just thought you
I
were
didn't wear
heinous.
shorts.
You thought you were heinous.
Yeah. So anyway, we're talking, and
I don't know why you got any father PTSD. I mean,
so then we're going into, like, he's like, yeah, the little boys, my brother's sons, my nephews, he's like, we have these big trucks, like these big dump trucks. And he's like, we're going to rent them off. And he's like, the kids can actually, like, sit them. They are huge. And I was like, man, I go, boys have way better toys than girls. Like, boys get dump trucks and all this. And then there's like, here's a baby, take care of it. Here's a kitchen, go cook me food. And it's kind of fucked. And my dad's like, no, girls' toys are way more expensive. Like, you guys like jewelry and you like flowers. Never.
you like to cook dinner for me, and you like to make sure you clean the house. I mean, I got you the best vacuum for your birthday.
I wear one necklace and one toe ring. And that's all the jewelry I own. Seriously.
Well, we keep it classy over here.
And John,
we keep it classy on the hill here.
And we don't do flowers. So whatever. So I'm like,
Not
no.
'cause flowers are dumb. They die.
And I'm like, no, I don't think so. And I go, well, Adam in a shoe. My brother has a expensive shoe addiction. And my dad's like, that's true. Adam always had the expensive shoes. And he's like, I think it's because he has that ugly toe. My brother and his friend were watching WWE one night, decided they were going to jump off our roof. And my brother broke his toe, and his toe goes over his other
I
toe.
thought Gnarl was born that way.
No, Gnarled is
he-
broken.
Oh, he was. He
Yeah.
was raised that way.
So my dad's like, he has this ugly toe, and I go, I'm acquainted with Gnarled. I go, I named Gnarled, and we're laughing, and he's like, it sure is an ugly foot, and I think that's why he likes the expensive shoes, because it covers for his ugly feet. And I'm like, and I go, well, he can't buy shoes for his face, and I thought it was the funniest thing ever. So my dad laughs, and Adam goes, what? And he goes, your sister said you can't buy shoes for your face. So Adam starts laughing, which, my brother and I have a good relationship.
He's good.
But then Adam goes, well, don't fly away with your ears. Because my whole life, my mom has told me my ears are huge. And
Can you hear
so
me now?
my mom goes, don't fly away, sissy. And then they turn everything around on me, and they all start making fun of my ears. Her ears were so embarrassing, and my blah, blah, blah. And I mean, they are going.
Not Adam's hairy butthole.
No, or his gnarled toe.
Not his gnarled toe, or his.
Yeah, no. It went on and on and on about my
I just
fucking
said hairy
ears.
because he's like a fucking squirrel went from the fucking neck down.
So yeah, that made me feel very good. Happy Father's Day and birthday, Dad.
Right?
Oh, and then I wrote this down because I knew you were going to forget. So John and I went to Bulldog Liquidators the other day.
What happened? Oh my God!
And he
Fucking what was that bitch's name? Brittany or some shit? Angie.
She's not a bitch. She's just a person who
Okay,
didn't
she
like
does not.
you.
She was like, how? Okay, let's tell the story. So we're walking through the fucking Bulldogs first thing in the morning. There's literally like 4 people in the
They
fucking.
just opened.
We're walking around to Liquidator Warehouse. There's a guy carrying his little daughter. He's like, half the aisle in front of us, and this lady walks around the corner, and she goes, "Good morning. Oh, aren't you adorable?" And then she starts talking to the little girl and talking to the guy for a second, all friendly and shit, and she comes walking by us. I go, "Oh, good morning." She goes, "Good morning."
Like,
I go,
I'm gay.
right? Oh my God, do I give off this vibe, right? I must be giving off some crazy vibe right now. So I go, oh, that was weird, right? And Joy goes, man, I go, is that lady kind of rude to me? She goes, yeah, that was kind of weird. And we both kind of laugh and we move on. And we're walking, and now we're like, I don't know, another 40 feet away, and there's another dude walks up and goes, "Hey, Angie, what's up? Hey, good morning. How are you?" Hugging and shit. And I go, what the fuck? This lady reminded me of a dog at a dog, like when you meet a dog, and it's like, no, my dog's always friendly, to everybody. Oh, except you. Whoa, I don't.
She's never done that before.
Yeah. Oh, she's never been mean before. Jesus, what'd you do to her? I just said good morning in my friendly voice.
Oh my
I didn't go, good morning. I said, good morning. Like, hi, how are you? In my nice voice.
It was super funny, though, because at first you didn't say anything, and I was like...
Well, I was stewing over like, what the... was that just rude?
Holy shit, it was funny.
I've seen this motherfucker in here before.
When he goes... and the other guy goes, good morning, and she's like, hi! And John and I just fucking busted up laughing, because it was...
It was too funny, but it was like, oh my God, bitch. Like, not to anybody else. Every single person that was around besides you and I, she was fucking friendly to.
Oh, and then I have your, because we didn't talk about it last week, you scaring the fuck out of Brody Odie Oxenfree. When you thought he knew you were coming, and you opened the door, and
he was standing there.
He hit a pitch he's never hit before.
He screamed so loud, and I freaking knees buckled. And he goes, I fucking hate you, and ran away.
I don't know why scaring kids is like my favorite thing in the whole... Actually, I do, because my mom used to do it, because when she pretended to die... I'm sure I've talked about my mom pretending to die. So
because she's the mom who cried wolf. We talked about it because she was having a stroke, and your dad's like, oh, knock it off, Robin. Quit fucking around. You're not having a stroke.
5 minutes later... It's her fault.
You know what? Let me take you to the hospital. Let me just take you to the hospital. Your mom's fucking like dead on the floor, and your dad's like, yeah, let me carry you to the car instead of, let's get the fucking ambulance here. Let's get you medevac to the motherfucker. Let's go. It's, all right. You know what? I'm going to drive you to Adams first and ask his wife, what we should do. And then we're going to do it. Whatever she says, we're going to do.
Yes. So then
I leave everything to Adam and his wife, and Joy, you know what? You can have your graduation tape.
No, he'll want to be buried with that.
There might be some good 70s porn on that shit.
So, okay. This was last week, but I forgot to talk about it. But, okay. So I was massaging at Spoilish. By the way, I gave my notice into the chiropractor. But I was massaging at Spoilish, and it was late, and I got this message, and I just had this weird feeling. And so the lady's like, hey, do you have any massages available tonight? And I was like, and I go, I'm done at 6, so I could do you from 6 to 7 if that's okay. And she's like, of course. And I'm all, fine. So she comes in. And she is a tiny little Hispanic lady. And her name is Dorita. And I can say that because she left me a review. And I immediately fell in love with this woman. She was the cutest woman in the world. And we had a little bit of a language barrier, but we figured it out. So I massaged Dorita. And then I'm waiting for her to come out. And she comes out. And she goes, my shoulders, why are my shoulders so tight? And I don't know why I said it. And I go, you take care of a lot of people, don't you? She goes, I'm a preschool teacher. And I go, there you go. You're constantly like bending down, hunching around these kids, picking up kids. And she's like, and like looking down. And she goes, I never thought about that. And she goes, your room is beautiful. And like,
you're like, I know.
And I'm all, oh my God. And I go, I'm actually leaving my chiropractor of 16 years to open up this room. John, she came up and patted me and was like, you are doing such a good job. I'm so proud of you. And I'm like, oh my God, Dorita, like,
Mom.
And I'm like, but I have decided every adult needs a preschool teacher to talk to him at least 3 times a year. Like, if she would have given me a gold sticker, I would have floated out. She was like, I'm so proud of you. You're doing such a good job. And then she tells me, she goes, I want to buy 3 gift certificates. I work at a preschool. I want to hand them out to all these women because you're so good. And she's like, it's so hard to find good massage therapists. I drove here from Sylmar And I was
In
like,
traffic.
yeah, I was like, oh shit, Dorita. And she's like, you're so good. I'm so proud of you. And then
I know.
And then as she's leaving, she gives me a hug and then pats me again. And she's like, you will do fine. And I was like,
And then the next day you were like, I got to talk to you guys.
no. And then the next day she left me a 5-star review. Like, I don't know, but I'm just telling you, everyone needs to go find a preschool teacher and be like, praise me.
Yeah, so when you look up Massages Erotico,
Fuck you.
you'll find 5 stars on that review.
Oh my God. I got a call the other day.
Stop it.
And it was a Hispanic man. He could barely talk. And I go, and it's all, this is from your Google ad. So I'm like, hi. And he's all, massages? And I go, I'm booked today. I don't have anything. Massages right now? And I go, I'm sorry, I don't have anything. Do you speak Spanish? And I go, no, I do not. Click. I'm all.
He's like, damn it, that said Massage Erotico. I was going to get a hand job, and I knew it.
I was like, I know who's been Googling me. I now have the phone number of the person who has been Googling me.
Oh, I'm sure you weren't the
Oh,
only
he's-
one.
he's
You're
Googled.
going to get a few more.
And then,
I'd like to book an appointment with the masseuse at the Erotico.
yeah, so I
You're
did.
going to find a 20 sticking out of their little... They flip over. They're going to be all... Boing.
So I put in my notice. I don't really want to talk about that yet. Maybe like it's still a little raw.
I get it. I didn't talk about... When I broke up with the ship, I didn't talk about them for a long time.
But the last note I have is I have been doing a private 2 hours every...
And it's not erotica.
No, and it's every 2 weeks. And he just books me for 2 hours. He books me every other week. But the other day I was massaging him and we were talking and his house is beautiful. And I should have charged him more. But his house is beautiful and we're talking and I was like, what do you do? And he's like, oh, I'm in AI. And I was like, ooh. And he goes, in fact, I don't even know if you're ready for what I'm about to tell you right
I'm
now.
fucking ready to do this.
I don't know, John. He goes, November 2024, I am having a robot delivered here.
Like an iRobot?
No.
Like a sex robot?
No. Like an iRobot, but he goes,
Can you fuck said robot?
I asked him if he was going to have sex with it, and he's like, no. And then,
that you're aware of.
but here's the thing. No, I've got this whole story.
Okay.
Like, you're jumping. Like,
Okay. Well, I went right to the
It's
dirty
coming
stuff.
from Dubai.
Ooh. Okay.
Apparently, they already have them in like the really expensive hotels in Dubai as like consiglieres.
Oh shit! Here it comes.
And
Seen fucking Will Smith and iRobot.
no, they look real.
Okay.
So like iRobot,
like
they
the
look like
skeleton,
robots.
right. Yeah,
No,
yeah.
these like he goes. I go, did you get to pick the skin? Because he's from Pakistan. His wife is Hispanic. So he's like, yeah, I had to make it brown. I didn't want like a whitey walking around. She's got to blend in. And he got to pick the hair color, the facial features. He's like, I didn't get to pick the boobs or anything, but she does come with boobs and fingernails. And I go, what is she going to do? And he's like, chores. He goes, I can teach her everything.
Do you want a robot?
No.
Okay.
He goes, I can teach her everything. He's all, she'll do dishes. And he goes, she can cook. And she won't get it wrong because if it says half a tablespoon of oil, she will put in half a tablespoon of oil. And I'm all, what the fuck? And I go, wait, what does your wife do for a living? And she's like, oh, he goes, she's a stay-at-home mom. So I go, oh, so she's going to have sex with the robot. And he goes, no, the robot's a female. And I just stayed quiet. And he goes, huh, I guess that could happen. Like, I ruined his fucking life.
Well, you know what's funny is you're going to his house every 2 weeks. You're going to meet this robot.
Oh, I told him, I go, because it's in November 2024. And, okay, she comes disassembled, and a team of people come to assemble her.
Ding dong. Hi. We're here to assemble your robot.
No, and he's like, she's going to cook.
Do you have the did you bring the addition part? You know the you got to have the plug-in.
Anyway.
Plug-in GG.
So we're talking, and he goes, because he has two little dogs, and they bark. And he's like, yeah, so right now I could be like, hey, robot, tell them to stop barking. And I'm all, yeah. And she snaps their neck with her inhuman strength. And he goes, no, You teach her how to pet the dogs. So you take her hand and show her the pressure you're allowed to put on. You teach her everything. It was so...
Which is... Okay, I get that. But...
And then he said...
But what stops that robot from choking your fucking guts out in the middle of the night when you're sleeping?
Well, he said that he was like, I could have... He goes, I like to fall asleep with my feet rubbed. And I'm like, yeah, okay. If somebody rubbed my hands, I would fucking be dead to the world.
You want me to get a robot to just scratch my back?
And he goes, so I could tell her, like, robot, rub my feet until I fall asleep, and then you can...
You wake up and where's my toes? Where's my feet?
But I mean...
It's insane.
I go, I don't care where we are.
How much?
I don't know. I didn't ask.
It's got to be like a gazillion, right?
It's got to be.
You're looking at $1 million, right?
I'm thinking.
Like,
because the fact that you have to, like, have a team...
finance that shit? You have to pay for that shit.
I don't know.
You're not financing
I don't know,
shit.
but dude... I should have charged him more, is all I'm going to say.
Well, hopefully...
His house is
hopefully
beautiful.
he enjoys what he gets from you, and he keeps coming back and tells his friends.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going on my third...
He's like, I don't have any friends. I have a robot.
Yeah, I don't need friends
I have a
anymore.
wife and a robot. My
And
wife
kids.
is a housewife who does nothing all day.
And then I started thinking, I'm all, holy shit. He has a 13-year-old son. I was like, the first sexual experience is going to be from that robot. And I didn't say it.
He can teach the robot pressure. It's all
So, why was the robot in your room for 45 minutes?
No, it's going to come out.
She needs to be sanitized.
It's going to come down to Dad and be like, would you like a rub? And he's like, whoa, 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 where'd you learn that? Whoa. Is that too much pressure?
Your son likes it like this. But I was
He's
like...
got Peronis.
But I was like, it was the craziest conversation I've ever had.
I want to know more about that.
And
That's
I told
insane.
him,
I'm gonna have to do some research on
I told him, I go, I don't care where we are, but in 2024 of November, at some point, I do want to come to your house. And he's like, oh yeah. And he's like, you can teach her how to massage. And I'm all...
Dubai robots.
And then I go, then I'll be out of a job. So, stop it. We're still...
Hang on. I was looking for the Dubai robots.
Well, Dubai, talk to me.
Well, I was looking to see.
We have to say Dubai to them before you can start.
You're good, Dubai. I love you. You're great.
Thank you. So we'll talk about. Oh, and then I did. So I might start be working at Med Spa, for a day to supplement while but Spoilish is doing really well. Actually, I don't know how, but I learned how to do hot stones yesterday, and fucking hands off to you spa massage therapists. You guys have...
You have it easy?
No.
Or a lot?
They have so much to do. You have to do...
Touche.
I mean, you spa massage therapists, fucking... Because I just dig in. You have to keep the hot stones going. You have to wipe them down. You have to do aromatherapy.
They do different types of therapy besides massage. You are a massage specialty.
Yeah, so we'll see how long I last. But, I mean, I learned a lot yesterday, and the head massage therapist was fucking really cool. So...
And she liked you.
I don't know how long I'm going to last. We'll see. I really wanted to go harder. In fact, I was doing an esthetician as training. And, she's an esthetician, so her shoulders are, fucked up because that's what she does.
Went too hard.
And I kept going... And she kept going, her pressure is perfect. And finally I go, no, it's not. And she's like, what do you mean? I'm all, I want to go harder on you. I can fix you. And she's like, no, I just like this pressure. And the head massage therapist is like, this is mostly what pressure you're going to give. And I was like, okay. And finally.
It's like driving in the slow lane at fucking 35 the whole way.
I can make this better. But I told her, I go,
this is so slow.
I told her, I go, one of these days, I need you to just give me your body. I go, just give me your body and I can fix you. And yeah, it was crazy.
She's like,
there's
no, that was so hard. That pressure hurt.
There's so much to do. So much to do, so much. So yeah, that's all I got.
Yeah, me too.
I can totally see your balls in your dick right now.
Well, let's look at it another day.
All right.
Let's get out of here.
Oh, I see the tip of your penis.
Let's get out of here.
Okay, lick, slit, caprice. I don't know what I was...
that thing. Tell your friends.
Email.
Come back. If you haven't listened in a while, come on back. We're still funny. We're still funny. Joy's still mad at me all the time.
John makes me mad.
It's my life. Good day. Yeah, you are. Bye. Good day. Enjoy your time. Or